Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing another foundation review and it's the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I finally got around to trying this out because it seems like, honestly, it was like #1 on my list of foundations to try. And then it was all of your guys' comments. It seems like every time I go and read my comments lately, it's like, can you please review the Clinique foundation? So I definitely sped it up because I knew you guys wanted to see it, so thank you for your feedback. I think you're gonna like this one. I really do. So let's get right into it. And just like that, you have clean-faced Trina, with the exception of the eyes and lips and brows, of course. And yes, I am totally aware that we are doing big hair don't care today, so bear with me. I want to start off by telling you guys that I really like this foundation. I loved it up until 2 days ago, but the foundation line just has one major flaw that I'll get to in a few minutes here, but that is the reason why I don't love it. And before we jump into the application, let me just quickly go over a few of the claims. Y'all already know, I got my notes. It's an oil-free foundation and concealer, 2-in-1, that achieves a flawless look that lasts all day, and that it does. I can totally agree with that. I think the next one is really cool. It claims to be good for very dry skin to oily skin, and that's unusual when buying a foundation. Usually it's one or the other. And price, it's $34 Canadian and $27 American. And the foundation line comes in 20 different shades. Now this is where it threw me all off, and this is the reason why I don't love the foundation anymore, because I've already filmed this review. And I'm going to put a clip here of me applying it, and you're going to see it being too light on my skin. I wore that for like 2 weeks without realizing how light it was. So I went back to Sephora, and the shade that I originally bought was Buttermilk number 6.5. This is too light. So I went and bought number 8 Golden Neutral. I am not a big fan of buying 2 shades in order to apply my foundation to find my perfect match. I just don't have time for that, and I feel like it's just a little bit tedious, and adding enough of one color and a little bit less of the other, like that, I do not want to do that. But the reason why I had to buy 2 and just couldn't exchange this for my right shade is because all of their foundations have too much pink in them. I am obviously more yellow toned. This one was so dark just by itself. It went kind of like olive yellow. This one is closer to my skin tone, but it just needed to be a little bit darker. So it really just needed to be in the middle of both of these, but I couldn't find it. The 7 was too pink. The 9 was too beigey pink. Okay, rant over. Let's quickly touch on this packaging. Comes in a clear glass bottle. I like it. It's very simple, and I like the fact that I can see the foundation through. It contains 30 ml of product, so 1 fluid ounce, and it comes with like this applicator wand that I gotta be honest with you about. I'm not super crazy about it, and normally this kind of stuff doesn't bug me because as long as I can get the foundation onto my face, that's all I care about. But for some reason, applying it with this is a little bit finicky, and you gotta find the right groove or bend or curve to apply it the way that I want. Okay, so I'm gonna start by dabbing a few swipes of the foundation. You see what I mean? Just like that. You gotta find the right curve to the wand to apply it, although I know you can totally dab this too, but even still, I don't know, just not crazy about it. So I'm gonna apply the lighter foundation first because I only need a touch of the darker one since it's so yellow. This looks kind of like a Beyonce video. So now I'm gonna apply the darker yellow. I'm just applying some of it to the hand and then applying it to the face so it doesn't mix in the bottles. So now that my war paint's on, I'm gonna use my brush to just blend these two together. But this foundation, you guys, applies so smoothly. You see how it looks a little bit too yellow right now? So now I'm going to take this damp beauty blender and start blending this out. A little bit of product really does go a long way with this foundation. They say that you can do your whole face using 1 pump, but because of the fact that I had to mix and match, I'm noticing that it still looks a little bit too yellow. Like, look at the neck. and a little bit too dark on the face. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of the buttermilk shade into the mix. And this is usually where I would apply more coverage anyways, like on my cheeks, a little bit on my chin, because that's usually where these little blemishes peek through. Just smooths everything out. Your skin looks flawless. It covers everything that it really needs to. Like, you can still see your skin, but it has such a good coverage at the same time. But it definitely needs to be set because it is really dewy on the skin. And I just wanted to point out that I just applied an under eye corrector before I go in with my concealer. And I know this is a 2-in-1 product with it being foundation and a concealer, but I still find that I need to go in and do a little bit more coverage with a concealer underneath my eyes. So I'm gonna quickly go in and then it's time to set. And for powder, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. I find that this is one that works well for me with this foundation. And I'm using the MAC 116 brush, and I'm just gonna lightly pat this into the skin. Keep in mind that if you're more on the dry side, you probably don't need to set it as much as I will. And usually I would actually set foundation more, but I don't with this one because I really want to keep the dewy look. So now what I think I need to do is just go ahead and add a little bit more color into the face using a bronzer, my blush, just the usual things that I would do to finish off the face. I think it wears so nicely. I wore it one day for 10 plus hours, and when I got home I looked at it and I was impressed because it still looked flawless. It hadn't broken down. Obviously throughout the day though, I did pick up a mirror and kind of tap the foundation back into the skin because after so long it does just kind of need to be blended back in. It didn't separate, like my blush and bronzer was still on there, which I so appreciate because I really can't stand it when my oils mix with the foundation and then it just breaks down. This one didn't do that. Impressed. I would only recommend this product to somebody who's looking for a medium to full coverage foundation. If you're somebody who just wants a natural finish, you can see your skin throughout, you can see those freckles, you want to look like, hey girl, I woke up like this. This is not for you because I definitely did not wake up like this. You can see I have makeup on. You can see that I'm wearing a full coverage foundation. So I hope you guys liked this review. If you found it helpful, please give the video a thumbs up to let me know. Make sure you guys are subscribed because I post new beauty videos every Friday and I don't want you to miss any. And also, if you guys have tried out this foundation, make sure to leave me your thoughts of it in the comments, as well as any other foundations you'd like to see me review, because I love foundation reviews. You guys know that by now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in next week's video. Bye.